Hi everyone, welcome back to the Hot Cars channel. My name is Amanda Klein, and this week we have the 2025 Volkswagen Golf GTI S trim. And it's giving off fun, youthful, engaging vibes. But if you're looking for a car that kind of strikes a good balance between a fun weekend car and a daily driver, the GTI might be a great option for you. As I mentioned, this is the S trim, and it's going to be the base level for this year, but it starts at around $32,000. There's also the SE that starts at around $37,000, and the top trim level is going to be that Autobahn trim that starts at just over $40,000. But I think it comes pretty well equipped, especially for only $32,000. So what do you get for that $32K? Let me tell you. This year, the GTI gets the same 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo engine. Let's see if I can do this. Oh my gosh. Very hot. And we'll put this little doohickey up. So you're still getting 241 horsepower and 237 pound-feet of torque. That has not changed over last year's model. One thing that did change is you only have a 7-speed automatic for this year, which I know people wanted to keep the manual around, but that is no longer an option here. Volkswagen says that you get around 27 miles per gallon combined. I've seen that be fairly accurate. We've gotten a little bit lower than that, but I've also been driving it a little harder and keeping it in sport mode, so I didn't anticipate seeing 27 miles per gallon all the time, and I keep the air conditioning blasting. So overall, I think that 241 horsepower is enough. It's been really fun to drive. When you're behind the wheel, it doesn't feel like too little. It feels like just enough. The GTI got a little bit of an upgrade for 2025 on the inside and the outside, and now because of that you have some cool LED headlights, you have LED DRLs, LED fog lights, and you also get a cool integrated light bar on the front end here and the light up Volkswagen symbol on the front end, which I think look really cool at night. I just like a lot of lights, and I'll show you the interior later that also has cool ambient lighting that you can change. But also I really like that they've kept the red details here. You have the GTI logo on the front too. And I just think the front end looks modern while still keeping that old school GTI vibe. We get some 18-inch alloy wheels, and I think that these are so cool and fancy. I love that automakers are giving us cool wheels that aren't just boring 5-spokes anymore. These are wrapped in all-season tires, and then we get some power folding mirrors, which are always nice to have. Since this is front-wheel drive, we get 13-inch brakes up here and 12-inch brakes in the back. That was good. Good stopping. But we also have some red brake calipers, and I love that we're keeping the red GTI theme going, even with the brake calipers. On the interior of the GTI, I think this is where this vehicle really shines. I am obsessed with the plaid seats, and there was no extra charge for that. We also have some nice GTI stitching and more of that red GTI theme going on in the seats. These are sport seats and they have some red stitching. So again, just staying on theme. And then people will be very happy to know that the haptic buttons on the steering wheel are gone for this year. They are real buttons. Unfortunately, that's where the end of that little trend is. You have a lot more haptic buttons over here where your parking camera is going to be, your drive mode, some of your climate controls. Those are all going to be haptics, and then there's a few more on this side. But then we have a 12.9-inch screen over here that is going to control pretty much everything. Your climate controls are on there. They're stationed at the bottom, but they're a little finicky, and I feel like the menus are a tiny bit slow to load, but it's okay. And as always, I think that you would get used to it. You figure out where the buttons are and what you want to do. But the screen is large and I really like it. It's an improvement over the GLI that I had a little while ago that was smaller and less responsive. So it's easy to make your way through the menus, and I think that they did a good job making that screen bigger. And again, this is the base model with no upgrades on that end. So it's nice that you didn't have to pay extra for a large infotainment screen. On top of that, you have a very clear backup camera that I'm a fan of. You have some plasticky parts here, some fake carbon fiber-ish, but I don't hate it. One thing that I really love is the ambient lighting like I was talking about. So I'll show you up a little closer, but there's ambient lighting all around here and on the doors. But then there's a whole nother set of lights for down here and down here that you can change to a different color. So right now I have them set to purple and green, but you can set them to 2 colors however you would like. One thing that I do think is missing is ventilated seats, which I understand on a base model, those don't usually come, but I would love a ventilated seat in here. They are heated, but it's very hot in Florida right now, so I don't need a heated seat. These are going to be manual adjusting for the most part, which I'm not mad at. They adjust enough. But overall, I really like the interior of the GTI, and I'm obsessed with the plaid trim, so I think they did a great job in here. The second row back here is actually surprisingly spacious. This seat is pushed pretty far back, but I still have room here, and I have a bunch of headroom. And you do have a third seat in the middle. So this is actually a usable second row, which is nice. That ambient lighting we were talking about continues back here. And then you have your air conditioning vents. You have a little bit of storage, and you have 2 charging plugs down here. It's nice that you can fit adults back here, and they'll have all of the creature comforts that you're gonna have in the front row. We have some LED taillights back here, and then we do have a non-power opening door, but the Volkswagen symbol's cool, so it's fine. So back here you have 20 cubic feet of space, and if you put down that second row, it's going to increase it to 35 cubic feet. And these seats fold down 60/40, so it does give you a little bit more versatile space back there. And this is plenty of room. You can fit some suitcases back there. And honestly, like I mentioned, it's plenty of space, especially for a hatchback the size of the GTI. Ta-da! So we've talked about the inside of the GTI and the outside of the GTI, so the only thing left to do is to take it for a ride and show you that 241 horsepower in action. See ya! See, I feel like it wants to like go forward. It's like very spry, this guy. Doing it. Wow, that sounds loud. That was pretty fast. Why is it beeping at me? Oh, okay, so that's the road sign assist, so it's letting me know that we are going the speed limit, which is great information. For a hatchback, it also has pretty good visibility all around the car, and I do like that camera that came up. Makes it easier to do some parking situations. Overall, a very enjoyable driving experience. This could totally be your daily driver car, but if you have something like really boring, this could also be your weekend car. I had the GLI a couple of months ago, and that was fun, but I feel like if I had to choose between the two, I'd go with the GTI for sure. I like the screen a lot more. It's a lot bigger, and just the overall package. I feel like the horsepower is better delivered in the GTI. Now we'll go test some of these driver assistance features. All right, we have it on. I'm gonna take my hands off the wheel for a sec because it was yelling at me. So keeping us in the lane on the screen here. Oh, good job. See, it just corrected us. On the screen here, I can see my little car staying in the lanes. It's keeping us at 50 miles an hour and keeping us a safe distance from the car in front of us. A very safe distance, but overall, just a very competent system. It's doing a nice job of keeping us on the road. If this is your daily driver, this is going to be nice to have for when you're just sitting in traffic or whatever. As long as you're paying attention to the road while you're using it, I think that I like the systems that Volkswagen has developed. They're very good. And not being overzealous, because these systems can be overzealous. Oh, it does not like it when you switch lanes without a turn signal on, which, if you know that I live in Florida, nobody uses a turn signal here. So make sure you're using your turn signal. And I'm happy that the GTI is still around, to be honest with you. It's like one of the OG hatchbacks, and it's fun. And with the lineups these days being SUVs everywhere with the occasional sedan, it's nice to have another body style still stick around as an option. So I'm going to take my hands off the wheel. 2 thumbs up, Volkswagen. Great work. Keep it up. In conclusion, a little refresh has done the GTI good. On paper, 241 horsepower might not sound like a lot, but when you're behind the wheel, it's plenty, and like I said, it's very engaging to drive. I like the interior a lot, the seats are comfortable, and all of that ambient lighting is a very fun detail. The second row is spacious and actually usable, and so is the cargo area, so the whole package is actually really well done for just over $32,000. And this is just the base model, so if there's something missing, you can always go up a trim level. But overall, I've really enjoyed our week with the GTI. While you're here, feel free to like and subscribe, check out some of our other reviews, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment. My name is Amanda Klein, this is the Volkswagen GTI. Thank you guys for watching.